Right, I'm sorry, yeah, it's still what you got to do. All right. Just started in 1 minute. A couple of technical difficulties. We are back at it. Back at it.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Okay, what's on price? Let's clap it up, Brotherhood class. Back another week. All right, sorry for the delay. A couple of technical difficulties, but we're here rocking out. I'm Priest Officer 5000 Shalai Yala. Of course, I represent the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, come out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. And today's Brotherhood class, all right, we all know that brotherhood and sisterhood is synonymous. So when we speak about brotherhood, we're speaking about sisterhood as well. Understand? We also know that brotherhood and sisterhood is imperative in growing this nation. It's the sinew that keeps us together. It's a necessity. It's what we definitely need, especially during these times. We see the climate of what's going on. I just heard about another case out in North Texas with a young brother who was unalived by an oppressor. And this oppressor got found guilty, but of a much lesser charge, and received a 4-year sentence, as opposed to Carmelo Anthony in Frisco, Texas, that received a 35-year sentence for defending himself. So we see what's going on out in its society. We see the climate of what's going on. We got Uncle Tom's, Sambo, step and fetch Negroes like Charleston White that's out here. Calling a brother Carmelo Anthony a watermelon felon and just being an all the way sellout. You understand? I guess he claims to be raised with some morals and all of that. I know back in the day, it was told if you have nothing nice to say or good to say, don't say nothing at all. But apparently, him selling his ass for content and everything else, you're willing to throw your own people underneath the bus, but this is the climate of what's going on. You understand? This is why I wanted to go into the book of Susanna today to speak about certain things that take place to this day and that affect the brotherhood. One, we don't have good leadership. There's no leaders out there besides Commander Junior Hana and the men of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Outside of us, all you got is a bunch of people that are for sale. You understand? They're quick to lie, and unfortunately, people believe them. They have no second thoughts on leading people down into a ditch or down to a dead end or off a cliff. They have no problem doing that as long as they fulfill their lust, whether it's a money lust or whether it's sexual lust or a glutton type of lust or whatever the case may be. We got leaders that are just so-called leaders, absolutely disgusting and lust-filled. We have people that see that they're lust-filled and won't say nothing about it, won't stand up and stand for what's right. You understand? The only men in my life that I came across that stand for what's right is the Israelite School of UPK. That stands for what's right. You understand? And of course, we know in here what's right is to serve the Most High God. You understand? It's it may be a bitter taste, but it's the right taste. You understand? And this is what we stand for in here. And Susanna is a good example of lack of authority, lack of brotherhood, lust, and how brothers will do whatever it takes to get what they want, whether it's lying on someone else or whatever the case may be. You understand? And how some brothers will stand up for what is right. You understand? And we can see what the climate of what's now is. We need brothers who stand up for what's right. You understand? Stand up for what's right. And we also have to know who our enemy is and what is taking place as far as the actions of our enemies. The white man has out for us, wants our blood, our bones, our flesh. You understand? And he will fight God for our souls. You understand? You can leave it the way it is, brother. You know what I'm saying? So right now, so I'm gonna go into let me just do something real quick here. We're gonna go into the book of Susanna. One second here. All right. All right, so let's real quick. Let's go to the book of Susanna and the Apocrypha. All right, let's start with chapter 1, verse 1, and let's work our way down. All right.
Susanna, chapter 1, verse 1. There dwelt a man in Babylon called Joachim. Verse 2. And he took a wife whose name was Susanna.
Right. And first, the brother Joachim, he was a brother with a very strong and good reputation. Israelite brother who was living in the land of Babylon. He had a great reputation amongst his peers. You know what I'm saying? And he took on the wife Susanna, who also had a good reputation. You understand? As we're going to read a little further down, she had a very good reputation. She was definitely good enough to be a wife. You understand? So he made a good choice in a wife. So this is a good brother and good sister that we're reading about right here. Let's keep going.
The daughter of Celestius, a very fair woman, and one that feared the Lord. And
that right there is key. You know what I'm saying? One that feared the Lord. You understand? And that's exactly what she did. She feared the Lord. And then we all know that that's a positive attribute to have. You know, a woman that fears the Most High God. You understand? Let's keep reading.
Verse 3. Her parents also was righteous and taught their daughter according to the law of Moses.
So now here you go. Real quick, she's being raised in the truth. She got two parents. We already know the scripture say train up a child in the way they should go. As you can see, she's being trained up. They're giving you a brief resume on who she is, who her characteristics is, her characteristics are, and who her parents are, how she was raised. All right, she was raised to keep these laws, statutes, commandments. Something we should be doing right now, teaching our daughters now anyway. You know what I'm saying? That would strike down a lot of whoredom, strike down a lot of abortions, strike down a lot of this garbage on the internet. Sisters at gas stations and all in the store, pulling wigs off and doing all of this garbage. It would eliminate a large amount of problems if we raised our daughters the same way Susanna's parents raised her. You understand? And our brothers as well. You understand? Keep going.
Susanna, chapter 1, verse 1. Chapter 1, verse 4. Now, Joachim was a great rich man and had a fair garden joining unto his house. All right,
that's self-explanatory. All right, he's a rich man. All right, he had some money with him. You know, good reputation with him, good wife. You know, sounds like a good life to be living. You understand? He had a fair garden, which is a good garden. You understand? Go ahead.
And to him, resorted the Jew.
Go ahead.
Because he was more honorable than all others.
All right, this is just more accolades for the brother. You understand? He has a good reputation. All right, he was a preferred man. Keep going.
Come. Verse 5. The same year was appointed two of the ancients of the people to be judged.
To be judges, okay. So here's two older brothers, two older brothers. You understand? Two more, which you would consider wise men. You understand? Two elders, so to speak. You understand? Here we go. Keep going.
Such as the Most High spake of. That wickedness came from Babylon, from ancient judges, who seem to govern the people.
It's the same way now. You know, so we got some wicked people that are in rulership. You understand? Same thing now. There's nothing new under the sun. This is giving you a rundown of characteristics and the place and what's going on. You understand? Same thing what's going on right now. Wicked people running the show. You understand? Let's keep going.
Verse 6. These kept much at Joachim's house, and all that had any suit in law came unto them. Now, these two
judges, people would go to Joachim's house because he had a beautiful house. He had a beautiful family. He was an honorable, respectable man with a great reputation. So people would go to his house, you know, and they would stay there. You understand? They would stay at his house, maybe in travels, maybe for events, maybe for meetings, whatever the case may be. But they would go to his house. He would accept them at their house. He was a good host. You understand? He was a good host. So people felt comfortable going to this man's house. It wasn't one of them houses where you're not sure if you should go here because it might get raided.
Right.
You understand? You don't know if you should go here because you don't know if the child toucher uncle is in the back room. You don't know who's getting in the bathroom. You don't know whose shoes these are at the door. This is not one of these houses. It's not a disruptive, dysfunctional house. This is a good house, an honorable house held by an honorable man and his wife. People feel comfortable going there, and people of authority used to go there. All right, so let's keep going.
Verse 7. Now, when the people departed away at noon, Susanna went into her husband's garden to walk.
Now she went for a walk. Susanna's walking on her property. She's going out to take a walk, and she's minding her own business. All right, keep going. We're gonna kind of breeze through this quick.
Susanna, chapter 1, verse 8. And the two elders saw her going in every day.
Now they see that the two elders, the two judges, two ancient men, the two wise men, two older men. You understand? Respectable men because of their reputation and their position. You understand? Two respectable men. You know, your Christian pastor, your Louis Farrakhan. You understand? Your T.D. Jakes. You know, so-called respectable man. Some greasy man in a suit nowadays that somebody will respect. Maybe your top rapper. Maybe it's a Jay-Z or one of them. You understand? Someone with some clout, with some reputation. You understand? They seen her walking, not just one, not two, but every day. You understand? They was watching her every day. Just go for a walk. Seems innocent, right? You understand? Seems very innocent. There's no difference between a woman walking down the street and a nigga start gawking at her, just looking at her, staring at her, and all that. It's already getting fixed in his brain what he's gonna do. And this is a married woman. They know her husband because they're in his house. So they're watching his wife just walk. Not because they're gonna protect her, not because is sister okay? All right, and they move on. These two men are watching her. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And walk.
Uh-huh.
So that their lust was inflamed towards her.
Now here we go. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Now, let's just look at this real quick. What kind of brotherhood is that? To where these two men you invited into this man's house is looking at this man's wife and they start to lust after her. They start to lust after her. And they got a good reputation. They got good, strong reputations, men of power. But this how that power and that garbage goes to their head. They feel like they can look at this woman and lust after her. You understand? Because of who they are. In a man's house, lusting after his wife. Their lust got inflamed. You understand? I mean, you ever see a house get inflamed or engulfed? This how they lust. It started to boil over, burn up inside of it. Go ahead, Pratzah.
Oh, Salakia, sir, you're dropping it so heavy, and we're going to take it back into the present day. That, you know what I'm saying? It'd be a young man that have game and talking to a woman. And just because a celebrity that know this young man, but he's, you know what I'm saying, he's more prominent. You know what I mean? He's more prominent. He's lust over this woman that, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, the celebrity saw this woman talking to this young man.
Right.
And this is what's going on right now. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm not a great rapper. I'm talking to this woman.
Right.
But this rapper see this woman as, you know what I'm saying? She see this woman as attractive. So this sounds like I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm more celebrity. I'm better than this person, so I can take this woman away from this ordinary brother.
Yeah, this is
what's going on right now to this day, because that's what a lot of rappers do. That's what, you know what I mean? Just because you're a rapper, you think it's just because, you know what I'm saying, your position that you be able to take this woman away from this man.
Absolutely.
And if this woman wanted, you know what I'm saying, want to be with you, you should still say no because she was talking to that man.
Well, listen, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? No, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? That comes with a sense of arrogance. You feel like you could. This is why Puppy's in trouble. You know, feel like he can do it. Feel like I can do what I want. And you know that type of arrogant, lustful, disgusting attitude comes from. That is trained behavior, and it's a contagious spirit that comes from this white man. He feels that way. That he got enough money, he could do what he wants. These Arabs feel this way. You know, only with these Arab stores, when them gates closed down, there's sisters in that store. This is in that store doing all type of sexual favors. You understand? Right down on Wall Street. I was just talking to a brother not too long ago. I was at Marcus Garvey Park talking to a brother. You know what I'm saying? He outside playing chess and doing pull-ups and all that. We outside chopping it up. And he worked down on Wall Street. He's telling me how them fake Jews and nasty Jewish men down there got sisters turning tricks down there just to get positions, just to get an office space and a nice alternative view to get a little bit of status. They do all types of filthy tricks with them staking folks. You know what I'm saying? You know why? Because this is in them to be a lust-filled, disgusting creature. You understand? You want to say something else?
Oh yeah, come on. And this is, you know what I'm saying, this was yesterday on this, you know what I mean? Yesterday. You know what I mean? And I'm telling our sisters because they're looking for some work. And they think the Arab is their friend. They say, brother, sister. That's not your friend. Meanwhile, they're selling drugs out the store.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, yo, you go in there, you know what I'm saying? You get a job, and I'm not knocking you. You get your job. But you do not put yourself in a position so they could take advantage of you.
Right.
Because just because they being quote unquote nice, they see you as a piece of meat. That's the reason why our sisters, You know what I mean?
Right.
Our sisters think it's okay for them to go over in the Middle East and let the Arab defecate on them.
Yeah.
Because the money is good.
Yeah, but what also the money is good, but guess what else? What you know what the sisters that we talking about just now that will compromise themselves and get defecated on and go into these Arab stores and get pounded out because of the status of this man. You know why they would do that? Because they wasn't raised like Susanna.
That's right.
They don't have these Mosaic laws that Susanna was raised at. That's why they said it at the very beginning of the passage. And she was a woman that was raised to keep the law. So she's not the one getting pounded out in the Arab store. She's not the one to get defecated on. But guess what? The arrogance of the so-called popular man, the arrogance of him, guess what? They thought that maybe she can't be one to be defecated on. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're going to lust after this brother's wife. Let's keep going.
Susanna, chapter 1, verse 9.
Uh-huh.
And they pervert their own mind.
They starting to think that perverted mind. I think I can hit that from the back, flip it upside down, and jump off the ceiling fan and dress or whatever thoughts they got in their little freaky little dirty mind. You understand? And then that perverted thoughts they have in their mind from that inflamed lust knocked all the brotherhood clear out of them.
Right.
They're not even looking at this is another brother's wife. Not only another brother, but a man that I looked in the eye, shook his hand, ate his food, slept in his bed, used his water, gained his trust. You understand? No integrity, no loyalty, no honor, no value, just perverted thoughts. Right. You understand? Don't even care about the sister. You understand what I'm saying? That's just a piece of meat, something to defecate on. You understand? So in their perverted minds, go ahead.
And turn away their eyes, that they might not look unto heaven, nor remember just judgment.
All good decisions and everything would clear out.
Right.
You understand? Clear out. You understand? And would clear out. Let's keep going.
Susanna, chapter 1, verse 10.
And albeit
they both were wounded
with
her love.
Do you hear that? Wounded with her love. They was wounded with her love. Never touched her. Yeah, they wounded by her love. You understand? Just lust filled. Listen to what the story is saying so far, and just think about the lack of brotherhood. You understand? If when it comes to fill your stomach, and it comes to fulfill the sensation of your genitals in your private area, I mean, you can get real crazy in the brain. When you get hungry and horny, you can get real crazy in the brain. And they're showing it. And these are men of status. These are people that they trust what these people say. And come to find out, they some freaky frogs. You understand? Come to find out. And don't this sound like a Christian pastor that tell another man's wife to come to my office, let me put some hands on you, give you some counseling and all of that garbage. Come to find out she pregnant and she's sleeping with the deacon. This sounds like Christian church activity. You understand? This sounds like Christian church activity right here, where you lusting. This sounds like the Masons and the Lodge and all of that, and the Elks Lodge and all of that. That's what that sounds like. Where they go and sit there and play with each other's wives and do all that freaky stuff in that bar and them secret meetings and all of that. You understand? And these are men that's in charge. The same way these lust-filled, disgusting bastards are in charge today. No brotherhood. There is no brotherhood. You understand? There is absolute no brotherhood. Why? Because of their arrogance, their loyalty to the white man and all of his ways. You understand? These same things go on right today. You understand? Let's keep going.
Yet there's not one saw another his grief.
Now, what that mean? They're not seeing each other. They together, but this one's having his freaky thoughts. This one's having his freaky thoughts, but they're not sharing. They got these freaky thoughts. You understand? They're not sharing that because they know why they're not sharing it. Because they know it's not right.
That's right.
They know it's not right. And even that part of the brotherhood to know, damn, you know, I'm kicking it with this brother. Meanwhile, I got these filthy, disgusting, nasty thoughts in my mind. You understand? What should he have done? Got counsel right there on the spot. Like, brother, listen, I'm tripping. My mind is not even in the right place, man. I need to. No, I'm gonna keep it a secret. I'm not gonna say nothing. You understand? Just the lack of brotherhood. Let's keep going because this gets disgusting.
Verse 11.
Uh-huh.
For they were ashamed to declare their lust.
Just like we just said, they didn't want to tell nobody. They didn't want to tell each other, and they kicking it every day. They both see her walking, and they both sitting there with these freaky thoughts, but ain't nobody saying nothing to each other because they know it's not right. So let me just keep it a secret from my man. They not even close. They got a secret in it. They got 2 secrets. You understand? Keep going.
That they desired to have to do with her.
They didn't want to tell all the freaky thoughts they was having. Keep going.
Verse 11. Yet they watched diligently from day to day to see her.
They kept stalking. They stalking her. They still stalking her. Just lusting and stalking at this point. Another man's wife. That they're in his house, eating his food. You understand? Disrespecting him, no regard for him, lusting over his wife, having perverted thoughts. You understand? Keep going. Excuse me. Go ahead.
At this point, they try to keep it away from each other.
Yeah.
The 2 judges.
2 judges.
The 2 judges say like, "Oh man, yo, you know what? I'm doing this, but I know this guy. He's a righteous man. Yeah. So I'm trying to prevent it so he not see my lust towards this woman. Yeah. And he's saying the same thing to him. Right.
But they supposed to be boys.
Yeah, they're supposed to be boys, but they're not looking eye to eye.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But that lust's gonna come.
What? One of them couldn't even say, yo, P, y'all got to get out of here, man. I'm starting to bug out. You know what I'm saying? What's the matter with you? Man, listen. Man, it's been a minute, man. I'm bugging. I should be able to lean on bro and tell him that I'm bugging out right now. I'm thinking in my head, I need to go. So you can tell me, yeah, you are bugging. You do need to go. You know what I'm saying? Or you want to say, yeah, I'm wrong too.
I'm wrong too.
I'm thinking the same thing. Maybe we both should get out of here. But no, they're going to keep it a secret and keep on lusting. You know what I'm saying? Keep on doing it. You know what I'm saying?
And
I'm telling you.
They're right here looking at him like, oh man, he's going to check me on this.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, he's looking over here. He's going to check me on this.
Oh, yeah.
And they both doing it.
And they both doing it. And deep down inside, you know what they'll do? Both of them?
Oh.
I'll do it to you too. Yeah, yeah, all types of shit. But I'll do it to you. I'm keeping a secret. I'll do it to you too then. That's why I don't want you to know how I feel, because I might do it to you. You might think that I did it to you already since you're my man. I'm sure I've been in your house already. You understand? This is just the disgustingness and the lack of brotherhood. Let's just keep going for time's sake.
Susanna, chapter 1, verse 13. And the one said to the other, let us now go home. For it is dinner time.
And what's it? All right, let's break out now. You know, we got enough. We looked at the birds long enough. Got enough air. Had this little fake conversation. You know what I'm saying?
One of them had to break that spell.
One of them said, yo, you know what?
Let's get out of here. It was a lust. One of them couldn't bring it up.
Yeah.
The other one that was lust and heavy, like, yo, it's dinner time.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Oh no, the one that said let's go. He's plotting.
The other one is just
he's
in the situation.
The other one is happy that he said that. Like, you know what? Yeah, let's go. But let's find out why. Keep going. Let's keep going.
Susanna, chapter 1, verse 14. So when they were gone out, they parted the one from the other.
All right, P, I see you later. You walk down your block, I walk down my block. All right. Or let's say we in the man's house. You went on down the hall to your room. I went on down the hall to my room. All right. They parted from each other. Now let's see what happened. Go ahead.
And turning back again. They came to the same place.
Oh shit! What you doing here? I forgot my keys.
No,
All right, yeah, I think I dropped mine. You ain't see no keys laying around, did you? Yeah, I think I left. Yeah, you ain't see no cell phone. My wallet or something. Missing my. They both left and came right back. Go ahead.
It's like think about. Oh no, I just like the scenery.
Yeah.
This garden is so beautiful.
Yeah, right. Right.
Right. This garden is so beautiful. I just have to come back and get one last look.
There's one more look.
One more look.
Yeah, I thought I seen a hawk. So I want to see if I see a hawk or whatever the case may be. These brothers done went their separate ways, but that lust, the lack of brotherhood, the disgust, you understand? It drove them right back to the same place. You understand? Right back to the same place. Let's keep going.
And turned back again. They came to the same place. And after that, they had asked one another the cause.
What you doing here? What you doing here? Now keep reading.
They acknowledged their loss.
Yeah, man. Your king's wife got a fatty. And I can't help it, brother. I came back to get one more glance of it. Don't that sound disgusting? You in this man's house? You on his property? You won't go back one more time. Not to have a conversation, just to get a look. You understand? Just to get a look. That's how lust-driven they was. This is the lack of brotherhood they have. And this goes on today. You know, brothers die over stuff like this, you know.
That's right.
Sitting there playing with another man's woman. You understand? Brothers die over stuff like this. This goes on right now today. You understand? But guess what? There's some sisters that wasn't raised like Susanna. You understand? Every sister's not like a sister in the UPK. There's sisters that are suffering from low self-esteem and think status is the way to go. And they will get defecated on. And they will go ahead and play around with another man, all of that. I just seen a post with Nancy Gabrielle Union. She said, I felt like it was okay for me to sleep around on my husband. I was paying the bills. So I thought it was all right. I can go ahead and bust his box wide open. You understand? This is the mentality of what's going on. This is the lack of brotherhood and sister we got floating around in the climate today. Same thing that's floating around yesterday. Same thing that's floating around in past times. There's nothing new under the sun. The same type of lustful disgust is still floating around to this day. You understand? But there's a way to handle it. Let's keep going.
Then appointed they a time both together.
We said, you know what? Since we both lusted, since we both after this one woman, there's still no brotherhood. Since we both want this married woman, let's meet back here again at 5:00 every day, just to take a look at her. Me and you.
So it's a lot.
Yeah.
My apologies. It was a righteous man. They know, you know what I'm saying? Her husband is a righteous man.
Yeah.
Fed him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Down with the cause.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they know that he's following in the ways of the Lord.
Right.
He raised Susanna.
Right.
They know this. They know this stuff.
More importantly, say the brother was a wicked nigga. He still can't get his wife.
Damn right.
You understand? Still can't do it. He can be a wicked, nasty nigga. Still can't mess with his wife. Right. Still can't lust over his wife. So therefore, they're so arrogant, they're not even thinking about the Lord. They're not even thinking about the Lord. They, as you said before, all that just judgment, that went out the window. God who? God who? God know my heart.
He hate the sin and love the sinner.
Yeah, God know my heart. He know my heart. That the Christian talk?
Hate the sin and love the sinner.
Yeah. Hate the sin, but I love the sinner. God know my heart. You hear this?
Well, when they say unalive the Indian and keep the man.
Yeah, there you go. You understand? Just like a Christian pastor. I'm the pastor. I can do all of this. I can have all of this. I am God. You understand? This is the arrogance and the lack of, this is where overconfidence, arrogance, all leads to lack of brotherhood. You can't have those components and be brotherly. You just can't do it. You understand what I'm saying? And have the audacity to be in a leadership position where you guide people, and you a freak, and you a freaky liar that can't even control yourself. And then you got this half a funny man saying, "Let's meet together and look together." You understand? I don't even want to sit with a nigga we stand with the same woman. What would you do with it? What would you do with it? Don't that sound off? But they said, let's meet back here again and look together. Let's keep going.
When they might find her alone.
Oh.
Ain't no fun about homes.
Yeah.
That's what this is. What this
right. Is right. It ain't no fun if my homies can't have none. That's tag team. Tag team. Back again. Checking the record. You hear this? This is what this. They're plotting to run a train. You understand? They plotting. These are things that go on right now to this day. Wasn't Diddy doing it? And he locked up for this now? Freaky old Clive Davis, he just kicked the bucket. Wasn't he known for being a freak? You know what I'm saying? And all of that. These things going right now today. These men are plotting to tag this woman.
Luke Campbell, do the Brown. This is this whole how he made his money.
This the whole
over this right here.
This is it right here.
But now he's a righteous man.
Oh yeah,
he's a righteous man.
Yeah, God knows his heart too.
Yeah, he never.
God knows his heart. But this is what this is discussed. Brotherhood and just judgment, the Most High, and all that is out the window. Or how about this? Maybe never was in the window. Maybe it was never there in the first place. You understand? But this shows you this lack of brotherhood. You understand? And lack of sister. They don't care about that sister. They don't care about the brother. They don't care about each other. All they want to do is get their rocks off. Let's keep reading.
Come on. You got Susanna, chapter 1, verse 15.
Uh-huh.
And it fell out. And they watched a big time. She went in as before with 2 maids only.
All right. So she went in there. She's going in the wash. Go ahead.
And she was
desirous
to wash herself in the garden. For it was hot.
Now it's hot outside, muggy, whatever, the humid, whatever. She's going in the garden to wash herself. Now they really, oh boy, they might have their pants down at this point.
Behind the gate, like the peeping Tom.
Yeah, like a peeping Tom.
She's on her property.
Yeah. And they peeking. Peeking.
It's a high gate.
Yeah. They probably up in a tree looking down. I don't know what they're doing. All I know, they could be doing anything because they're lusting and their minds are perverted. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, it's a lot. You gotta realize she's a daughter of the Lord. Her parents taught her about nakedness.
Yeah.
It's obvious that, you know what I mean. Her parents taught her about nakedness, so she's not gonna put herself in a position of anybody can see my nakedness. So those walls had to be high. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who want to climb these walls just to see my nakedness?
Yeah, and guess what? This how you know she's deep in the law. The 2 handmaids left when she got they left when she got there. They didn't sit there and scrub her butt and lift up her breasts and all that. They left. They left out so she can get butt naked and take care of herself. They didn't stay there. You understand? They didn't. You know this is sister of the Lord. She ain't walking around with her breast all out. Hey girl, no, they left. So she's thinking she's by herself as per the scripture. Let's keep reading.
Come. Susanna, chapter 1, verse 16. And there was nobody there save the 2 elders.
There was nobody to save these 2. Nobody to save these men. Say, nigga, what you doing? Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody there. There's nobody there to save them. You understand? And let me tell you something. This is the same type of disgusting, perverted, lustful thing that goes on right today. You understand? There's brothers and sisters out here that don't have any value on themselves. Yes, and yes, I blame the white man. I'm always going to blame him. For every adversity, you find him there. You understand? I'm always going to blame him. Why? Because they have this lustful, disgusting spirit in them. Naturally, they do this. Naturally, they love being freaky and lustful. No regard for no honor, no integrity, no dignity. You understand? No dignity. And this is why I love. In ISUPK, I don't even. I say if a brother's wife, I say shalom, sis, or maybe not, and keep it moving. There's nothing. There's no lingering and playing and all this other garbage. Because I respect my brother. You understand? Ask a brother first. Can would you mind, sister, braid my hair? Give him the money. You know what I'm saying? Deal with a brother. You deal with the brother. That's your brother. Sitting there lusting over this man's woman, his wife. That mean you lust for his daughter too? You understand? Absolutely no honor, no dignity. You understand? Nothing. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, Shalakia, you know what I'm saying? You got that disgusting bastard Polite, and you got Shakari lusting. It wasn't no. It wasn't. You know what I mean? It says it when you read it right here. And there was nobody there to save the two elders. Who was there to save Gorilla Eagle? Yeah. Who was the elders at? Who was the elders at? Even though they knew about it. They knew about it. This
the thing. The little Hamite dude, that cat punked out there on the street, Polite, and this funny looking dude, Gorilla Man or whatever his name is. Cat was there to save them. They just didn't listen. They was there. They got saved. They was there to get saved. Cat was there busting them down, breaking it down. He told him about Malachi Z. York. He told Zakari that when he broke off from the dudes that have sex with 12-year-olds, he ran their resume down to them. This is where you come from. This is where you stem from. He tried to save them. Too late. Now one's sitting somewhere for playing with some kids, and now one's getting himself played with. You understand? They tried to get saved, but unfortunately for these two elders, nobody was there to save them. You understand? These men of power. You understand? These break off of the break off, man. Go ahead.
That had hid.
Oh my God.
Themselves.
And then what?
And watch her.
Now, hold on. We're gonna stop there. Now they peeking now. They peeking now. They peeping now. Together. Move over, man. Come. Let me see. Move over. Let me see.
Give me the banana.
Let me see. Give me that. Let me see. Two freaks. Two prominent freaks. Two freaks of good status, good reputation. Can you believe it? Two Eddie Long and TD Jakes.
That's right.
Out there wrestling out in the woods, trying to look at another man's wife that they know, that they act like they had honor for, that they act like they gave a damn about.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, what they watching? What's verse 17?
Susanna, chapter 1, verse 17. Then she said to her maid, "Bring me oil and washbowl. And shut the garden door, that I may wash me." Now, give me my. Let me get my lathering stuff, and you can go ahead on cut that. Close that door and all that. So now, oh boy, it's about to be oil and suds all over the place. Now they really excited. Now they really watching. Now, the inflamed. We need a bigger word than that. Engulfed. You know what I'm saying? Your favorite word, saturated. Yeah, saturated in fire. Saturated in fire. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, she got the oil out now. Let's keep going. Here you go. Let's keep going. Verse 18. And they did as she bade them. That's order. Go ahead. And shut the garden's door. And went and went out themselves at
privy doors
to fetch the things that she had commanded them.
Let's keep going.
But they saw not the elders.
Why?
Because they were hid.
Now, the two maids, they went out to get whatever she wanted, whatever she needed. Went out the private door, side door, back door, whatever it may be. But the two freaks they was hidden so well, walked right past them, didn't even see them. Right? So they hiding now. Here's opportunity now, P. She's by herself, butt naked, vulnerable. At least they thought. Keep going.
Verse 19. Now, when the maid was gone forth, and that's when you let me know they left. When she, you know what I'm saying, wash herself. The two elders rose up and ran unto her, saying. Now, what's that? What are you? They ran down on her. They caught her. Ran. Now she by herself. Here we go. This is the opportunity now. Let's run down on her. Butt naked. Another man's wife. Their sister. Their host. That's hosting them in their house. Two men of status. You understand? No brotherhood. Soon as that lust came inside of them, all just judgment went out the window. The Lord went out the window. The laws went out the window. Brotherhood went out the window. Everything went out the window, and all they wanted to do was fulfill their lust. The same way things happen nowadays, where people are so full of lust. You understand? And have positions. You understand? This is why it's such a beautiful thing to be in the UPK, to have men above us that are wise, that have been through that. They've been through the mud. Rose them out the mud. They can tell you about yourself more than you can tell you about yourself. You understand what I'm saying? They save niggas like us. You understand? That maybe wasn't golf with lust at one point in time. You understand what I'm saying? But there's brothers and sisters that they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear what we're talking about. They choose to stay lust-filled, engulfed, inflamed, perverted thoughts, no just judgment. They want to stay there. It feels good. They can make a song about it. You should let me love you. And he don't love you like I do. And all this other trash. They can sit there and do these things. You understand? It sells. You know, be a freak and a lust-filled monster, it makes money. Pleasurable. You understand? There's nothing new under the sun. Hold on one second. Let's just keep it rolling real quick. Verse 20. Susanna, chapter 1, verse 20. Behold, the garden doors are shut. That no man can see.
They talking to her now. Look, the doors are closed. Got the drop on you. Now you can do this the easy way, or you can do this the hard way. Do you hear this? Keep going.
And we are in love with thee.
Who's in love with them?
We are in love with thee.
No, not I'm.
We are in love with thee.
We are in love with you. Which means they both trying to do something right now together, all three of us. You understand? Do you hear the lust in this? The freakiness in this? That means they're gonna play with each other too. That means, you know, you go in the back, I go in the front, and we switch. No matter if we rub up against each other real quick, that's all right. We're just gonna keep on. We're gonna keep going together, you and me, us. We all gonna exchange bodily fluids. You understand? Don't this sound like a Diddy party? Right? Don't this sound not Diddy, but don't it sound like one of these freaky parties? It's like a swinger thing or something, don't it? Don't it sound like all of this?
Standard.
Yeah, this sound just sound like Babylon to me, for real. And this filthy, disgusting cesspool that we live in, this is normal behavior. To have a freak off. Now here these two prominent men running down on their brother's wife in his house. that they're guest in. Man, you could die doing something like this, man. Keep going.
Come. Therefore, consent unto us. And lie with us.
That means she already butt naked. Already in the water. All they gotta do is strip down. Listen, just say yeah. And come on and lie with us. Not I'll be right back, and even that's disgusting, but not here you go and I'll come back. Lie with us. She must have been one bad mamma jamma. She must have been a brick house. The scripture said she was fair. That don't mean light skin. That means she looked good.
That's right.
You understand? Look good. And here these two greedy, lustful, disgusting, backstabbing punks ready to run down on and have sex with her together. Let's keep going.
Come. Susanna, chapter 1, verse 21.
If
thou wilt not, we will bear witness against thee that a young man was with thee. And therefore they do send away thy maids from thee.
If you don't lay with us, we're going to lie on you and say a young man came in here and tapped that. We're going to say a young man did it. And you know why they threaten her with that? Because they will believe it. When I say they, the people will believe it. The people will stand for it. The people will go for it. Just like these nasty, filthy, so-called leaders nowadays, they'll say something and people will buy it because they're prominent. They got Gucci suits. You understand? They got a hair full of Dax grease in it, or some man unit, or something, and they just prominent. Look great, manicured nails, gator shoes. You understand? Fendi and all this other garbage. You understand? They will be believed in. The same thing is happening right here 2,000 years ago, where these men, these lust-filled men, said, if you don't do it, I tell you, we're gonna lie on you. Say a young man did it, and they're gonna believe us. Keep going, brother.
Come. Verse 22. Then Susanna
sighed.
And said.
Sighed is, like she took a breath, like, and said.
I am straightened on every side.
You got me locked down. You can take it from me, and I'm gonna violate my husband and the Lord. I can go ahead and give it to you. Say yes, and let you hit it, both of you. But if I don't, you're gonna lie on me, and I don't got no witnesses to say that this is not true. You understand? She takes it to trial. She gonna get cooked. You understand? Same way the young boy Carmelo Anthony in Texas. That trial, he cooked. White folks cooked him. It ain't about truth. It's about what we say. You understand? It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. And all of that garbage. So she's damned if I do, damned if I don't. Well, let's see if she has integrity. Let's see if she's willing to practice or express or display her sisterhood. That's why I say brotherhood and sisterhood is synonymous. Let's see what kind of sister she is. Maybe she is the type to get defecated on. Maybe she is the type to go into the Arab store when the gates closed and let them knock her off so she can get some Similac. You know what I'm saying? Or so she can get a couple of pounds of cold cuts to go bring to them kids. You understand what I'm saying? Or maybe a bag or something. Who knows? Let's see if she has honor. You understand? Let's see what she got. She knows she's in a bad position. Keep going.
For if I do this thing, it is death unto me.
Go ahead.
And if I do it not, I cannot escape your hand.
I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. If I do it, I die. If I don't do it, I'm in your hands. You understand? Now, the average person, you know what they're going to choose? Not death. You understand? They're going to say, well, don't tell nobody. I'll compromise. I'll compromise. I will compromise. See, in this brotherhood and sister, there's no compromising, brother. That's it. We in this thing together. Thick and thin, back to back, side to side. Ride or die, all for one. Ain't no compromising in this brotherhood thing. We got to camp on those streets together. Ain't no compromising. That's it. We going in and we coming out. That's that. Bottom line. You understand what I'm saying? Now, let's see if she compromised. It'd be easier just to do what they say. Don't you? Wouldn't you think so? A lot of sisters do. A lot of brothers do.
That's right.
A lot of brothers will compromise that ass too. Let's keep going real quick.
Come.
Uh-huh.
Susanna, Salaki.
And
if I do it.
Not. You can read it again, that's fine.
And if I do it not, I cannot escape your hand.
Go ahead.
Verse 23. It is better for me to fall into your hand. And not do it. Than to sin in the sight of the Most High. I'd
rather just deal with you as opposed to disrespecting my husband, going against what I was raised, how I was raised, what I believe in, what I was taught, what I was trained up to be. Disrespecting, disobeying the Lord, my parents, my family, my honor, my name, my integrity, my dignity, the reputation of my children. You understand? I'd rather die in your hands. I'd rather deal with you than to disrespect the Lord. You understand? How many people would stand for the Lord? You understand? Stand for their husband. Gabriel, you just said, I pay the bills. I can have sex with other people. That's just a damn bill. You understand? This woman had more gall than two men. You understand? She expressed her sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? It was strong and powerful. She expressed it and stood on it. I'd rather deal with you clowns than to disrespect the Lord. And in disrespecting the Lord, I'm disrespecting my husband. I'm disrespecting my mother and father, my children, my reputation, my honor, my dignity. Because no matter where you go, you always got to take you with you. And you know what you did. So that to feel good about yourself, feel better about yourself, to feel right and real about yourself, I'm going to stand with the Lord on this. And whatever happens, let it happen. So be it. You understand? Go ahead.
Oh, Salat, yes, sir. If I may, if possible, can I read on Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 25?
Yeah, please do.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord, that, you know what I'm saying, Susanna, no? Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 25. But if a man have betrothed a damsel in the field, and the man have forced her and lied with her, then the man only that lied with her shall die. Right.
Oh, sign Christ. Go ahead, brother. Talk to him about it.
But it's letting you know that this is what Susanna knows about. She knows the Lord because she's been brought up in the Lord.
She's been trained up there.
She's been trained up in Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 21.
Right.
Well, 23 to 25. She know I gotta cry out.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go out like a punk. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't want the Lord to look at me and say, yo, you was trained up in the Lord. You fight and scratch the goddamn eyes out.
Right.
Scratch the eyes out.
Right.
If they're going to do this atrocious act to you, scratch their eyes out. You go out. You know what I mean? You go out one bus. You go out for this. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You go out for this and let the people know that she fought for her life. You know what I'm saying? Against these people. And their, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? And their life, you know what I mean? And their life will be on the line.
Absolutely. Absolutely. She knew what she was doing.
She knew what she was doing.
And that's good. She and listen, that's the type of strong sister right there that needs that should be held up as a prime example of how a sister should be and how brotherhood and sisterhood should work. Her husband and her, they have extreme brotherhood and sisterhood. Besides being, this is my wife and this is my husband, they are brothers and sisters. And she rather deal with these clowns than to disappoint and disrespect her husband, her parents, her children, and more importantly, the Most High God. You know, she stood, as they say, she stood on business. You understand? Now I know we're not going to be able to finish it, but we're going to keep going a little while longer. Let's see what she did in verse 24.
Oh, yeah, this is it right here.
Susanna,
chapter 1, verse 24. Exactly what I said in the Deuteronomy. With that, Susanna cried with a loud voice, and the two elders cried out against her.
And now she's screaming, and they screaming too. You know what I'm saying? Now here it go. Here's a play now. Now it's in motion. They ain't getting nothing. They ain't getting nothing now. That's established. So now here we go. Now we're gonna go with the lie now. Now we're gonna bear false witness now. You understand? More lack of brotherhood. Now we're gonna lie on this sister, knowing this could cause her death, knowing this could ruin her marriage, knowing it. But they also know that the Lord knows that this is not right, and they're still gonna do it. They're still gonna go with it, knowing that the Lord see what you're doing. You understand? The arrogance, the pride. All right. For time's sake, we're gonna skip down a little bit. Let's go to verse 28.
Susanna, chapter 1, verse 28. And it came to pass the next day when the people were assembled to her husband Joachim.
Go ahead.
The two elders came also full of
mysterious
imagination against Susanna to put her to death.
Now, this mischievous imagination. Now they're coming lying with God. They're getting their lie together to put her to death because they couldn't have sex with her, both at the same time. They're gonna lie. They're lying on her, to her husband, to the people, to her family. They're lying, and they know that she can be put to death, and they still gonna do it. Do you hear the lack of brotherhood in that? But this sister stood strong. You understand? Keep going. Verse 29.
Verse 29. And said before the people, send for Susanna, the daughter of
Chelius,
Jacob's wife. And so they
all right. So they tell them to come on in. Keep going.
Verse 30. So she came with her father.
The one who raised her. Go ahead.
Her father and mother.
The one who raised her. Go ahead.
Her children.
The one she's raising. Go ahead.
And all her kindred.
And all her family. You understand? See, they had her back. You know why? Because they know her reputation.
That's right.
They didn't say, I don't know. Susanna is a little floozy. She was a little nasty when she didn't know. Her mother, her father, her kids, her family, her husband, they had her back because they know her reputation. You understand? They know her reputation. And they stood with her. They were willing to die with her at that point. Look at the brotherhood and sisterhood they display. That I know my brother and I know my sister. I'm standing with Joachim and his wife, my son and my son-in-law, my brother and my brother-in-law, my brother and my sister-in-law. I'm standing with them against these so-called prominent men. because their prominence and their status and their stature and their reputation of those two wicked, nasty, elderly people, or these two judges, their position didn't outweigh Susanna's position with the Lord. Didn't outweigh it. Keep going.
Come.
Go to 31.
Yeah. Come. Verse 31. Now Susanna was a very delicate woman. And
beauteous.
To behold.
She was beautiful to look at. She's a gorgeous woman, a delicate woman. You understand? Delicate, feminine. Right. You understand? And beauteous. She looked absolutely gorgeous. That's why these nasty men was lusting after her. Let's see. They about to put her to death. Let's see if the lust died down a little bit. Keep going.
Come. Verse 32. And these wicked men commanded to uncover her face.
She came with her face covered, right? But she's so beautiful. She's so delicate to look at. A fair woman, a married woman, a mother. They said, uncover your face. Why do you think they wanted her to uncover her face? Keep going.
Come. For she was covered, that they might be filled with her beauty.
They still wanted to look at her. They lying on her, about to put her to death, and they still just wanted to get a good look. What lustful, disgusting, nasty bastards. Still wanted to look at this man's wife. Even though they couldn't hit it, couldn't have sex with her, couldn't go inside her at the same time. They still just wanted to get a look before they kill her. Before they go ahead and lie on her and put her to death, I just want to get one more look. Just a look, Paratza. Just a look. Not that I wanted to smell you again or just feel your touch again. I just wanted to look at you again. Damn. You understand? But this type of lust and lack of brotherhood exists to this day, and you see it in your Muslim mosques, you see it in your churches, you see it in your fraternities, your sororities, you see it in the Corinthian lodges, you see it in the Masonic Lodge, the Elk Lodge, the Moose Lodge. You see it in all these other places. Your bowling team, your softball team, your over 35 basketball team. You see it in all of this stuff. You see this type of nasty, lustful, disgusting behavior.
That's right.
You understand? And it leads to disease. It leads to death. It leads to broken homes. It leads to scarred children mentally. You understand? Emotionally, that turn out to be violent and then fill up the prisons or fill up the psych wards. It all stems from some lustful, disgusting, nasty lack of brotherhood and sisterhood that don't give a damn about what the Lord say and all of this. And they can't, and they don't want to be saved. They refuse to hear the truth because it's too bitter and it's too raw. And they don't want that. They don't want to eat this castor oil. It tastes like garbage. I don't want it. You understand? So they choose their lust. See, but Susanna did not do that. She stood on her sisterhood. You understand? She's taking it to trial. And these freaks still wanted to look at her. You understand? Still wanted to sit there and just look. Hold on, let's see if I can drop down. They see, all right, so they're telling the story now. You know what I'm saying? They're telling the story now. You know what? We're gonna go to verse 33. Let's go to 33.
Susanna, chapter 1, verse 33. Therefore, her friends and all that saw her weep.
They all sat there and wept. They're crying because they know she's an innocent girl. Know that this woman who was raised right, got a good husband, raising her children, minding her business. You understand? Good reputation. They're crying. They're all crying together. Why? Because their brotherhood and their sisterhood and their camaraderie and their unity and union is tight. And she's hurting, we're hurting. Just like any other solid, tight brotherhood and sisterhood like the UPK. If you hurting, I'm hurting. If I'm hurting, you're hurting. Right. We hurt. We cry. We get up. We stand up. Two is better than one. For if one fall, one can lift the other one up. I'm paraphrasing. You understand? If two lie together, won't they be warm? I'm paraphrasing. You understand? We together in this. And that's what Susanna got. And they're crying together. Go ahead.
Verse 34. Then the two elders stood up in the midst of the people.
In the midst of everybody. Here they go. Here come Al Sharpton. You understand? Here they come now. Here come Ben Crump and whoever else, garbage out there. Here come T.D. Jackson. Here come Jamal Bryant. You know what I'm saying? Here come, I see another dude getting cussed on the 125th, the Pastor Manning around here in Harlem. Here come Pastor Manning.
In Brooklyn, the one who got robbed.
Yeah, him, the Gucci man. You know what I'm saying? Here they come. Here they come now. Here come these languished gates. Here they come now. He stood up in front of the midst of the people. Go ahead.
And laid their hands upon her head.
Now they want to touch her. That's disgusting. Now the lust-filled bastards, now they want to touch her. Yeah, now they touch her. Now they put their hands on it. And you could just imagine a freak. Just that they touch it, they on the inside, they probably go, oh, touching her. You understand? Go ahead.
You could imagine how cringy she
feeling. Yeah, she probably like, can't believe touching.
Trying to fall back.
Like,
I think her husband was right there, ready to knock somebody out.
I'm sure he was. But this is the whole strength of trusting the Lord. Go ahead.
Susanna, chapter 1, verse 35. And she weeping, looking up towards heaven. For her heart trusted in the Most High.
And there you go. Her trust in the Lord. Her mind was focused on the Lord. Her actions showed it. Her family knew it. You understand? And she trusted in the Lord. Now we're going to stop there for time's sake. We'll try to pick this up again next week. We're going to leave off at verse 35. We'll pick up at 36 maybe next week if I can.
7 minutes.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna clip it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna clip it. We're gonna do a part 2 of this. All right, so just look, the whole point of what's going on today is we're going over the book of Susanna, going over the brotherhood and sisterhood aspect of it. You understand? Or how we have to stand with the Lord and understand that there's some wicked rulership out here. There's some brothers and sisters that may be full of lust, and these things are going on to this very day. And in order to get past this and get over this, we're going to have to learn how to serve the Most High God. And serving the Most High God, it forces us to merge into a solid brotherhood and a solid sisterhood. You understand? No matter what prestigious, big position someone has in life, your position with the Most High God supersedes all of that. And I encourage brothers and sisters to make sure that you have a high position with the Lord as opposed to having some garbage out here in this world. It means nothing. The higher the position out in the world, maybe the more lust-filled demons you got to fight. But when you serving the Lord, then you're going to be on the right side of the fight. You understand what I'm saying? Look, keep the brother and the sisterhood tight. You understand? We need it. It's necessary. You understand? You ain't got to go through that, Pete. It's all right. You understand? I'm Priest Holmes of 5,000 Shalai. We're going to clip it right now. We're going to pick it up next week. Probably do a part 2. We're going to start off at verse 36. Any brothers and sisters that might have been looking and watching, read along. Read along. It goes down to verse 64. You understand? That's about 30 more verses, so give or take. You know what I'm saying? Go read it. It's a good read. And until next time, Israel Shalom.